There's one thing that I really enjoyed a lot in studying music education was that I was studying with 150 other people who had the same goal in mind, and that was to be the best musician that they could be. And I didn't think I'd ever find that again. And in seminary, studying with 100 other men with the same goal in mind, that was pretty awesome to be able to find that again.
The only way I can describe it is you have all these other disciples and apostles walking alongside you. There's men that have already been doing it a lot longer, and you're definitely not doing this journey alone.
I like that there are set times for prayer, there's set times for Mass, and so we do that every day, morning and evening prayer, Mass every day. That's important. It's a very beautiful gift that God has given us.
Some of us sometimes get together and just sing liturgical songs or even pray rosaries together. But other than that, the studies are just as difficult as you would receive in a regular school.
We definitely do have to keep up with the rigors of academics and also try to find some social balance as well.
It's just a bunch of guys acting like brothers. I mean, it really is kind of like a giant fraternity.
In the seminary where I go to school, there are 79 other men in the house. And so living with these men requires to engage them in personal relationships. And because they're not all like me, they're going to get on my nerves sometimes. And so then it requires me to have an understanding of who they are. First of all, that they're not like me, and thank God for that. And they're able to understand. They're able to understand what discernment is. They're able to understand some of the difficulties of discernment and some of the joys of discernment. And so we're able to talk each other through some of our difficult moments.
It just takes the desire to take that one step on this road towards something just so wonderful and beautiful. Just because you've already decided to go into the seminary does not mean you've stopped discerning.
And it's okay to wave your fist in the air and say, what in the world do you have me doing here? Because God is a big God, and He can handle that. And then when I can calm down, God's going to give me that answer and say, this is exactly where I need you to be.
You will have somebody there with you. It could be in the form of a fellow seminarian or somebody who is also a fellow discerner. Whether they grab you by the hand or not, God is right by your side as well, and He's going to be grabbing the other hand, and sometimes God will carry you. When
I've got questions about what I'm doing here, Father Joseph is very quick to remind me that God really is calling, and that it's my job to make sure that I'm hearing Him properly, and make sure that I'm discerning properly.
Sometimes a sign will just appear, whether it could be a letter from a friend, or some of my seminarian brothers in the seminary will contact me, and it just kind of reaffirms me.
To be able to reconcile that with God and what He wants, and helping me understand that the gifts that God has given me are important and necessary to glorify God.
Just know that no matter what happens, you come out a better man for it. All because you chose to let God take your hand and just follow Him.